Rhinos have been around for millions and millions of years. So have other cultures. The Asian populations and the Middle East populations have certain traditions that, let's say, hundreds of years ago were in balance, that the supply and demand was minimal and acceptable. Fast forward to modern day transportation systems, technology, the exponential increase of demand to a supply is also relevant to rhinos. So white rhinos have a horn, and the horn is like our nails and our hair follicles. Rhinos were used in the country of Yemen as a symbol of rites of passage for young boys that received a rhino-handled instrument. In some Asian countries, including China, the rhino horn is considered to have medicinal qualities. I might say some things that some scientists disagree with, and the scientists have more scientific data than I do. And yet again, on a cultural, philosophical perspective, I understand how these traditions have come about and see the problem as a consumptive problem. Some people will challenge that a white rhino horn has medicinal properties. I am open to the potential that it does, just the way plants have incredible medicinal properties. In fact, many of our medications today are sourced originally from the molecular structure of a plant that then is synthesized and copied through a chemical process. And so the same thing goes, I believe, with rhino horns, that some people say the rhino horn has same properties like aspirin. So like high temperatures can be reduced. Some people say that rhino horns have immune building properties. And so take that further and further, and it's known or thought to be an aphrodisiac. Is it? I don't know. And yet the culture and the tradition has it so. So really, conservancy is about changing the story. And when we change another's cultural story, even though we may disagree, we have to enter with respect and reverence that these elements have been built over centuries. I understand that Yemen was courageous, and actually with the work of many organizations, including World Wildlife Fund and London Zoological Society and many others, that the government of Yemen actually now prohibits rhino horn being used and have replaced it with some man-made product. Now, in China, that tradition still, and it's embedded in the people. We've got lots of traditions here in America embedded in us, and we must begin to stay current. We must begin to ask ourselves, is this tradition that was once possible? What do we need to do as human beings to change that tradition? Because we are causing so much suffering and endangerment and destruction to another species.